Live. Welcome everyone. I'm going to do another Bob Ross tribute painting. I'm going to try and get two of them done before I need to go to bed. The first one I'm going to do is a snow. No, actually I'll do the green one first. Mountain with the green water. And this is going to be a Bob Ross type painting. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is put some white on our canvas. When Bob Ross painted, he had this special he called liquid white, and he would just cover the whole canvas with that liquid white. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just using titanium white, some kind of mixed down with some linseed oil, so it's really thin. Okay. Just titanium white will work if you don't have a Bob Ross kit. This is titanium white thinned down with linseed oil, or you could even use the paint thinner just to get a layer on there. Alright, let's get going. So usually you'd start in the sky. We're going to there's going to be a lot of clouds, and he made big mountains. Let's do the sky first. Just paint on the brush, no thinner. Now you're going to mix it into the white that you put on the canvas, and then as you he used to do these crisscrosses like this. And then the paint will get lighter as you bring it down towards the horizon. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I just wipe my brush off. I'm not going to clean it, but then we'll lightly go across it. I don't have Bob Ross brushes, but I bought these chip brushes. They're they're about the closest thing you can get to his brushes. So there we go, dark and light colors there for the sky. Now for the mountain, Bob Ross used, he had a special color for his mountains, like mountain colors. So, but I'm going to use, I already mixed Payne's gray with some blue. So this is going to be our mountain color. It's a pretty tall peak here. I'll use a knife. We'll make a bunch of peaks up there. Anything you want. I'm going to do two Bob Ross paintings in a row. It's going to be a snow scene. This is just going to be a regular painting with green trees and stuff. So sometimes he did it like this with a knife. He would take his brush now and he would pull it down like this. Paint, so it moves pretty good on the canvas. We'll bring it down and fill in some of this area. There's going to be a lot of snow up there, so alright, mountain. So we're going to have water down here, so I'm just going to put in some blue color here for the water. It's kind of coming out like this. It'll be surrounded with trees and bushes. You could use any color blue here. This is a mixture of titanium or ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, and Prussian blue. I just kind of mixed all the blues together. Alright, look at that. Thanks for watching, guys. It's another Bob Ross tribute. Here's the picture. Let me show you. See all the clouds up there? There's a lot of snow on those mountains. Not that much snow, but we'll see. Let's do the mountains right now. This is the funnest part here. So he would use a knife on his mountains, which a lot of people do. So we're going to start here and pull the white way to the right, all the way, just like that. You got to make those noises. Alright, and then this peak is kind of be like maybe behind that one, it looks like. So I'll just put a little, we'll put a little here, because I'm going to bring the main peak down in front of that one. This one's got a lot of snow. Bring it down and bring it far to the right. You want it the mountain to spread out. If you don't pull it to the right, it's going to look funny with this just coming straight down. Okay. There we go. I like to use a light blue on here now. So I just take a little blue and mix some white in it. Same blue I used in the sky. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's showing up. Sometimes I don't make it dark enough, but that looks pretty good. Now this one, we're going to bring this mountain in front of that back one. So just like that. We'll leave that one dark back there. we'll make some extra rocks down here. This one you gotta be careful. I like that way the white is going, so just pull your blue maybe from here. You can leave some of it dark. There we go. There's going to be trees here, so don't worry about the sides. There we go. That looks like a cool mountain. Let me do my blue just a little, and I'm going to go ahead and put some blue on that mountain in the back. With the lighter blue. There we go. Wow, looks just like a Bob Ross mountain, huh? It's looking pretty good. I brought this water a little too far back, so I'm going to run the mountain over some of it. I'll do the clouds in a second. Let me put all this green in here real quick. What I'm going to do is mix sap green and a little black to get my dark green color. Sap green and black. And basically I'm just going to fill this in with green. There are some green trees in the back here, but I'll have to do it just a little different, I think. But let's just fill this in with the green color here, because there's going to be a lot of trees coming out of here. This is just a chip brush. You could get these anywhere at a hardware store for like 50 cents. And they look like the Bob Ross brush, that big one that he sells. So this green's actually going to come in here. Across the water. Wow, doesn't that look cool so far? If you've never done a Bob Ross painting, they're pretty fun. I just use my own oil color. But I'm against his paint that they sell. It's pretty good paint, actually. And all the brushes they sell, they're top-notch brushes. I actually Dick Blix used to sell the Bob Ross brushes, but now they don't anymore. So I'm kind of bummed out, but now I guess you can get them on Amazon, I believe. Because his fan brushes were awesome. Fan brushes you use for evergreen trees. Alright, so there's just going to be a lot of bushes here in the front, so I'm going to go ahead and make some bushes right. And I'm going to highlight them you know, at the end. That's what's these brushes. They make really nice bushes. Look at that. Wow, that went pretty quick. So let me fix my water now. It's a little too dark. I should have lightened up that blue, but we can still light it up here with by adding some titanium white in here. We'll leave the front part dark. There we go. Much better. Much better. Let's do a reflection. Get that same brush that I used to make the bushes. And all you got to do is pull down whatever's up on the shore. Just pull it down into the water. It's like that. Now I'm going to have to rinse. I'll get another brush, but you need a clean brush to swipe it now. So I'll get a clean brush, and now we're going to just go across the reflection. And now we're going to use the knife and put a water line across the back of the shore here. And we got a reflection there, you see it? Time for some happy trees. I should do the clouds first and then put the trees over the clouds. So like how that's done. Let's do some clouds first. Now I'm going to do the clouds with the fan brush. In the picture, the clouds are kind of going this way, up this way. They're all kind of blowing one way. So I'm going to try and mimic that. So now this is, you kind of want to wet your paint just a little with paint thinner. Doesn't have to be super wet. Let's start by putting in the top part of a cloud here. Just worry about the top part of it. Let's do one more. I'm going to pull that down to make it. Do another one underneath it. You can swirl your brush a little if you want. We'll put a small one down here. Now clean up with a rag, and you're going to pull the bottom. You're going to blend just do the bottom first. Blend it into the blue. Leave the top alone so it stays pretty bright. We can blend that one to make it look further back. There we go. There's some Bob Ross clouds in an instant. Let's do this side the other way. We'll do it like this. It's always good to bring your clouds to the edge of the painting. it looks a lot better. And we'll put one in there. Maybe this cool cloud like going like zigzagging here. Alright, now all you gotta do is wipe your brush off again and just concentrate on the bottom of the cloud. We'll pull it to the left. Getting rid of that hard edge there. Blend it into the sky. It's also creating the shadow as well. Very nice. Some clouds with oil paint. Very good. Now I could do some trees over here. Doesn't that look cool? If you grab more paint, you can, you know, add more white to the top of your clouds. If they soak into the blue, maybe do it at the painting. You can add darker color again, tops of the clouds. It looks like these will be okay. Alright, we're going to do our trees over here now. Painting, he only has a regular tree over here. Then he's got evergreen trees over here. I guess we put a regular tree there. They're really easy. Okay, so we'll use a fan brush. We'll use the same green here, that dark mixed sap green and black. We'll use that for the evergreen trees, and I have olive green with black. I'll use that for the regular tree. Now you could use any green. You just got to get it dark, because then we're going to highlight it. So there's going to be a tree right here. And just put it in dark and I'll highlight it. Over here, evergreen trees. It looks like there's 3 of them over there. Now this sap green mixed with some black here for the evergreen trees. I wish I had 2 cameras. If I start making some money, I'll invest in another camera, so I could like switch cameras when I paint. So you can see me mixing paint, grabbing it. But these aren't really instructional videos, but you can get some tips by watching me. Look at that tree, wow. Just comes right out of the brush, you know. These brushes are awesome. When I used acrylic paint, I actually used these brushes. because an acrylic fan brush is too flimsy. You can't get the same effect. So I was using an oil fan brush for my acrylic trees. Now this paint here, you gotta wet it with your linseed oil, or it won't go over the clouds. It'll mix in with it. So the paint's got to be very saturated. It's coming out pretty good. Bob Ross tribute. Let me make some of these bushes just a little higher like he has them here. Just on the edges here. Man, I'd love to go fishing right there. Let me finish the water here. We'll put a few more waves, I guess. You know how the water's flowing. Some picture. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Wow, I didn't realize. Let's see who I got in the chat room here. I didn't realize how many likes I was getting. Oh, yeah, man. I've never done a tornado. That'd be cool. I'm in Oklahoma. Are you from Oklahoma, Tron? Louisiana swamp. Hey, Barbara. Thanks for watching Lisa and I earlier. Giovanni, happy trees. Yeah. We got King Grizz, man. Amazing. Thank you. You know, I did a Bob Ross tribute yesterday. I think, yeah, you know what I've learned over the years? It just takes a little patience. Some of you have been watching me for the last almost 2 years, and you know, I used to rush. I used to go fast, and now I take my time a little more, and it's worth it to slow down a little bit. But if you're abstract, you know, you could go pretty fast. I'm not really good at abstract, but I'm trying. I'm trying to create some abstract. Well, this isn't in the Bob Ross pig painting, but I think I want to put some evergreen way in the back there. You know what I mean? Just some indications of some taller trees. There we go. I like that. Well, the only thing left really is to highlight these trees. We could put a little bark on the trees. Do it like Bob Ross did. You get a little brown, titanium white, and we'll make some tree trunks. You just touch it with your knife like that, very lightly. And we'll put some highlights on there now. Let's do the highlights on that tree. There's a lot of different ways to do this. We'll mix yellow this time. Yellow and that dark green. So the same green that I made these trees with, just mixed a little yellow in it to get a lighter green. And we'll just highlight the right side of them. Down to here. These are going to be bushes down here. You know, I like doing these type of landscapes, but they, you know, after a while you do so many of them, you want to start doing a lot of different things, like with different colors. Because this is like green and blue. I mean, there's like maybe some different colors down here. We'll put some oranges and yellow ochres down here. Now I'll highlight, we'll put a little white in the green. That same green I made that tree with. It's gray because I put too much black in it. So I'll mix some blue and yellow. And we'll just make a light green here. And we'll create some branches in here. There we go. I think it needs a little white. There we go. Not the best tree, but alright, I'm gonna mix some yellow ochre and red. These trees will get an orangey color going. Orange and then maybe some yellow ochre. Hopefully this looks good. We'll start down low and we'll create some bushes down here. Be like tops of flowers. Wow, that looks cool. Do some yellow ochre. Thanks for watching, guys. This is another Bob Ross tribute painting. Every time I look into your loving eyes, look for you. These aren't the best bushes, but get it done. Anything you want, you got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything you know, you got it. Alright, I shouldn't have used this fan brush. It's not very good. I know what'll help this. We'll do some scratching. Let's see if this works. King's Grizzman, thank you, yeah. I don't know if you guys got forest around where you live. I live right near Discovery Park, and there are so many twigs everywhere. I mean, if I put too many in it, but that's how it looks out there. This summer I'll take my painting out there, the parks I live near, really close. They're only a mile away. I'll do a live painting outside. That'd be fun. Plein air. You know, some people they can't paint without looking at a picture. I can paint any landscape I want from my mind. I don't ever use a picture. I mean, sometimes I do. Like for this is a Bob Ross picture, but some birds up there. I like everything except the color for the bushes. Let me see. Oh, I got a different. Let's try a different brush here for the bushes. I think what it'll do, it'll create a better bush with this brush. Yeah, it already looks better. I give my life away to you. No one can do the thing to anything you want. You got it. Anything you need. You got it. Much better. There we go. I'm glad I fixed that because that fan brush wasn't the best. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that now. Alright, I'm going to move on to going to do another Bob Ross painting, but like a snow scene. Let's see what we got here. There's still 5 of you left. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, since it's still winter, I was thinking about doing a snow scene. Look at those clouds, man. Aren't those clouds awesome? Yeah, I do try and sell them. I live in Seattle, so we have these farmers markets, right? Where they sell vegetables. King Grizzman, thanks. I appreciate that. I also have a membership program. I'm going to start giving all my members the free painting, whatever one they want. I got 3 different levels. There's I think I have to approve it with YouTube first. I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, wet on wet, I like it because then you get the painting done in one session. I can't do a painting and then do it the next day. I have to get it done, man. This took 52 minutes, so I mean I could have went faster, but like I said, I'm taking my time now. There was a park from my childhood in River Forest, right down the street from our house on Holly Court, in Clinton, over there by Oak Park. That was like, had trees and it had these like buildings that were built like Roman type period to make it look like there's a stage there made of concrete with swings and. But I want to do one more Bob Ross tribute. So can you guys come back? I'm going to end this and start another live. Is that cool? Yeah, paint that and then post it on my, I have a community page. I'm trying to get other artists to put their paintings on my community page. And then I'll follow you. I can't follow you now. What's your name? Sorry, I had a text on real quick. Yeah, I'm going to end this, guys, and look for my next live. It's going to go up right now. I'm just going to get a new canvas and prepare the paint. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. I don't want to have like a 3-hour long video, so I'm doing like an hour long.